Okay, today I'm going to be working on my 1929 Buick Standard 6 because tomorrow I will be driving it 120 miles to Dallas, Texas, well, to Carrollton, Texas, to my dad's house, weather permitting. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't have any windshield wipers on this thing, but the windshield is flat. It's not angled, it's not pitched, so the water just rolls off. Anyway, so weather permitting, I will be able to do that. So at some point tomorrow, I expect to go on that journey, 120 miles in this thing. I'm going to be making a few adjustments to the carburetor right now, and my video today is running a bit late. I tried to post around 8 p.m. That didn't happen today, but anyway, and it hasn't happened in a while because I've been procrastinating and getting busy with things and forgetting to record, and life has been lifing. But anyway, let me quit talking and show you what I'm doing. Let me go ahead and turn off the headlights to conserve battery. Oh, and all these dials light up too up here. Anyway, there's that. I gotta fix this little light up there and this little map light right there. Let me wipe off my phone because it's greasy, as usual. So right now, I had to make a gasket right here. I put a gasket there. This bolt does not tighten all the way. I'll have to rethread that. I'm gonna wait till I get to Dallas to do that. So I put gasket maker here. There are bolts here, so this shouldn't shift around, and it'll allow me to make it to Dallas. This gasket right here is leaking. When I step on the gas pedal, I hear a whistle. So I've got to take this carburetor back off. I took this apart yesterday. Forgot to film this. I took this apart yesterday, every piece, and dipped it in carb cleaner right here. This bucket of chemical carb dip, chem dip. Anyway, and I cleaned off those pieces. That's why the brass is kind of shinier right now. And all of the air jets in there were clogged, or the fuel jets and the air jets. Anyway, but let me shut up and take this carburetor off of here and fix this gasket right here, because the gasket is not gasketing. I'm going to cut a new one out of this fiber material that's fuel resistant. Okay, now I've got the carburetor and the carburetor stove off of the car. I'm going to clean it on my dining room table, and I'm going to have to cut out some new gaskets out of this material. Let's get started. Okay, so right now I'm using a straight razor to scrape the gasket material off of this. I used some gasket sealer and a gasket, and it's stuck on here pretty well. So I'm using a straight razor to scrape it off of there. And it's doing quite nicely. Now this is an old straight razor because the blade is kind of rusty, so it's no good anymore. Because that causes pitting in there. So you can't use it to shave anymore. So I'm using it for this now. Okay, there is that. It's pretty clean. Okay, let's cut a gasket and join these. Oh, I forgot, I have to clean this side too. Here's the old gasket material. I think it's graphite. Let me go ahead and scrape that off of there. Oh, that's where I fixed threads on here. Hang on. Okay, I took the old gaskets off, which were actually kind of new because I bought a whole gasket kit for the engine. These just didn't work right because I guess the surfaces were pitted and stuff. So I'm going to fix that. But anyway, this was the core of the gasket. I believe it was a graphite material around this metal core. This is like a cheese grater right here, which helped me because I put it up against this fiber material and traced it out. Now I'm about to cut out some new gaskets, and I'm going to do the same with this gasket right here. This goes at the top of the carburetor stove. This joins the carburetor to the carburetor stove. Back then, gas wasn't as good of quality, so it could have water in it, or other things. So they use this carburetor stove to preheat the gas and burn off that vapor before it entered the engine. Anyway, So let's go ahead and cut these out now, I guess. Okay, here's the gasket that I made. I put some high heat gasket maker on under this gasket, just a bead around there, and then I put this over it. Made sure the holes lined up with this pencil, which they do. And now I'm going to put another bead of this thing and join it to this. Okay, I have joined the carburetor to the carburetor stove, and I utilized my new gasket I made and some gasket maker. A bead of gasket maker before the new gasket, then I laid the new gasket on top of that. Then I put gasket maker on this part and joined it together and tightened these little nuts right here on either side. Anyway, now I have to cut this gasket, but right now I am tapping this bolt right here because the threads are gone in this hole. It appears somebody repaired this at some point right here. You can see it's like all pitted. This looks like a weld or something. Anyway, so I am I'm tapping this, repairing the threads. Okay, now I'm going to go put the carburetor back on the car. Okay, here is where the carburetor is going to go. Let me clean off this surface right here, and then we will put it on there. Okay, the carburetor is back on the car, as well as the carburetor stove. I connected the accelerator pedal again, and the choke to the carburetor, and the little stove choke right there. Let's go ahead and try to start the car. Oh, I've got to put my seat back. Okay, here we go. Gotta adjust the carburetor now. Okay, we still have a slight carb leak, so I have to deal with it tomorrow. But it's better than it was. The reason I know I have a carb leak is because if I take some carb cleaner and spray it in several places, it bogs down the engine. Well, let's go ahead and drive this car back to the storage, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Okay, let's turn on the headlights. They're like candles. Here we go. Okay, we made it back to the storage. When I accelerate, you will hear, I cannot talk. You will hear a whistling sound. That is the carburetor leak. Let's see if we can hear it. It was faint. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but I heard it. Anyway, it's like a high-pitched whistle sound. That means that air is leaking into the intake manifold. So I will have to fix that tomorrow.